Miraflores Locks, a marvel of engineering.
I'm in Panama, a country famous for its canal, the world's greatest shortcut, but it also has extraordinary wildlife and wonderful people.
Top naturalists and indigenous groups. I'll meet eye-popping frogs and snappy snakes.
Whoa, dear.
Charming babies, rufty-tufty eagles, and gentle giants. Panama is the southernmost nation in Central America. The capital, Panama City, is in the center of the country. Panama City has a spectacular skyline with the most skyscrapers in Latin America. It's also the only Latin American capital containing a tropical forest. An ocelot was recently seen there. I'm excited about what I'll find.
My journey begins here in Panama City. There's urban wildlife within walking distance of my downtown hotel.
Turkey vultures watch my progress. The birds soar through the glass canyons above me. As the vulture flies, Metropolitan Park, a protected 232-hectare forest, is just 2 kilometers away. As I arrive, special residents make themselves heard.
Listen to that. It's one of the loveliest bird songs in Panama. There's a flash of rose red. It's a pair of rosy thrush tanagers. The female's orange, the male's bright red. That's a real rollicking song. The pair duet together. When one stops a musical phrase, the other one continues on. Metropolitan Park is one of the best places in Panama to see rosy thrush tanagers.
227 species of bird and 36 kinds of reptile have been found in the park.
The vegetation's rustling.
Snake!
Whoa! Look at this! A beautiful green parrot snake displaying at me. It's warning me off with this incredible gaping display. Spends most of its time up in the trees. They'll snatch lizards and frogs and the occasional small bird. A gorgeous green parrot snake.
These snakes are harmless to people. Panama Bay is the next stop on my city tour. It's one of the most important wetlands in the Western Hemisphere. Every year, 1 million shorebirds feed up and rest here. I've joined my friend Carlos Bethencourt to watch them.
This is brilliant, Carlos. So close to the city. There's hundreds of wading birds.
Willets, spotted sandpipers, least sandpipers, and marbled godwits.
And there's a lot of short-billed dowitchers.
I love the way dowitchers feed.
They're like little sewing machines, probing up and down for morsels in the mud. This one snaffles a shellfish. It's vital Panama Bay is given continued protection. It's about an hour's drive from the condominiums on the coast to the Canopy Tower, where Carlos is the head guide. This was once a US military base.
Look at this. Transforming an old military radar tower into an eco-lodge was a genius idea. The rooms look out into the rainforest, and the view from the top is pretty good too.
The roof is 30 meters high, right up in the treetops. The tower's colour scheme is down to an iconic creature you can see here every day.
A kill-billed toucan. The designer who came up with the colours for the Canopy Tower got her ideas from seeing a toucan.
This one is also called the rainbow-billed toucan. It's clear why its colours are inspirational.
This place is truly extraordinary. Look, a light-mantled howler monkey. They get their name because of these blonde hairs on the side of their bodies.
Howlers relish the fruits and leaves of cecropia trees.
It's the whole troop moving here. There's a mother and baby.
Infant howlers are carried by their mums until they're 2 months old. It's time for me to leave the howlers and explore their home turf, the rainforest surrounding the Canopy Tower. Carlos and I access the forest using the famous Pipeline Road. Built for a fuel pipeline that was never put to use, the 17.5-kilometre track runs through Soberania National Park. Carlos is taking me to a bough that's a top spot for dancing.
I want to show you something. Look at that branch.
He's a red-capped manakin, a bird that dances just like Michael Jackson used to.
There's a female.
She's a potential mate, and he starts to throw some shapes. He goes all out to impress her, with more fancy footwork and a signature move, the moonwalk.
A young male's joined in the dance. I'm astonished the dominant bird puts up with that.
Other than yellow leggings, he's drab like a female and won't mate until he's older. But practice makes perfect.
Nigel, Slatyback forest falcon.
Super stuff.
That's the reddest of the forest falcon.
He's away. That was magnificent, Carlos. I don't think the Manakin's going to continue dancing with him around.
We keep our eyes peeled and ears skinned. A little further along the road, distinctive calls give away a hunting party.
Army ants. I can hear some ant birds.
I can hear them.
There's the army ants.
Searching for prey, the swarm moves at 20 metres an hour. Insects and spiders escaping the ants are pounced on by antbirds following the swarm.
There's a bicoloured ant bird, so close. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, look at this beautiful spotted ant bird.
Spotted and bicoloured antbirds follow swarms every day. They depend on army ants to flush out their food. The ants themselves have pinned down a cockroach. Submajors, a caste of ant with huge jaws, dismember the meaty meal. The ants carry body parts of the cockroach back to their remarkable nest, which I'll look for soon.
What's that song, Carlos?
Ocellated antbird. There's one here.
What a spectacular bird. You can see the blue skin around the eye.
He's waiting for ants to flush out insects. He seizes a cockroach and picks up a twig as well. With fancy beakwork, he drops the twig, but still holds on to his meal. Seeing an ocellated ant bird is a real treat.
I'll see you soon, Carlos. I'm going to follow the ants. Enjoy. Thank you.
I keep the raiding party in sight. Most ants would disappear into an underground nest, but these won't do that.
This is extraordinary, a first for me, a bivouac of army ants.
This mass of ants is over 1 metre across.
Because they're always on the move, army ants make a nest from the bodies of the workers.
These insects are living Lego. When they encamp, they link together with hooks on their feet to make the walls and chambers of the nest. The queen and larvae are kept safe and warm inside.
Up to 200,000 worker ants can make up a bivouac.
This nest of living ants will be deconstructed when the swarm moves on to a new hunting area.
I can't stay here for long because these ants want to protect their queen and the brood. They're biting and stinging. It's a very painful experience. Brushed off the last of them. I was kneeling right in the swarm. Look at this. They could sting right through my trousers, but it was worth it. I've always wanted to see an army ant bivouac.
Back at the Canopy Tower, the effects of all those ant stings quickly wear off. And I sleep well. Tomorrow, I'll visit one of the wonders of the world, the Panama Canal. Miniature locomotives, nicknamed mules, guide ocean-going ships through 6 sets of locks. 100 million litres of water, the equivalent of 40 Olympic-sized swimming pools, is needed to raise a ship 26 metres into the main canal. This 48-mile shortcut between the Pacific and Atlantic saves an 8,000-mile voyage around Cape Horn. Because the canal needs so much water to lift the ships, the watershed is well protected, which is great for wildlife and naturalists. This is a good place for the slowest mammals on Earth, sloths.
We're scanning the trees. Sloths are quite common along the Panama Canal, so we should spot one soon.
There is a sloth.
I'm going to go and have a look. Here we are, bigger and with a more prominent snout than the other common sloth species here in Panama. For all of my life, I've called this Hoffman's two-toed sloth.
And the other common species, the three-toed sloth.
But in fact, all sloths have 3 toes on their hind feet. The variation comes on their hands. This one has only got 2 digits. So it's less misleading to call it a 2-fingered sloth.
And the other species, a 3-fingered sloth. From now on, that's what I'll do.
The fur of sloths grows in the opposite way to all other mammals, from the belly down the back. That's because they spend their lives hanging upside down. If they're caught in a rainstorm, the water flows off their fur.
My time around the canal isn't over yet.
The Panama Canal is a hotspot for flying mammals too. I hope to see some of them tonight.
With researchers from the Smithsonian's Bat Lab.
Hello, Nigel.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan. Hello there.
Hi, nice to meet you, Nigel and Amanda.
So the trap's been set. What do we do now?
We're just going to kind of step back so that the bats will actually fly through their natural path and hopefully enter our net.
Fingers crossed you get some nice ones.
Yeah, we hope so. Looks good tonight.
At a temporary field station, a bat caught earlier is checked out by Alison Brokaw.
Tiny, beautiful.
So this is one of the nectar feeding bats with a forearm of a little more than 35 millimeters. So this is the Pallas long-tongued bat. So this is only the second one I've caught here.
I've brought you some luck, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. They're relatively delicate. We usually like to give them a little bit of sugar water to help them on their way.
Look at that tongue.
After her sugar hit, the Pallas's long-tongued bat is up and away. Bats have been caught in Amanda and Evan's net.
You're not too tangled, that's good. Try to free your feet, figure out which way you came in. All right, buddy, we are finally out of the net.
Wow, you were right. It really is a busy night for bats.
Yeah, we've caught a lot tonight. We actually have a really special bat for you. I don't know if you can smell it.
A minty smell.
Yeah, everybody kind of has like a different opinion. I think they smell kind of flowery, frankly. So we're gonna take this guy out.
Oh, I know that one. That's Trichops, isn't it? The frog-eating bat.
Very good.
I've seen them on telly before, but never one in the flesh.
These bats track down and snatch frogs by listening out for their croaks.
It was great meeting a Trichops, but what have you got here?
A common mustache bat.
Oh, that's pretty cool too. Look at that face. Why is it called a moustached bat?
Because these bats have fleshy projections that are near their mouth, and it makes it look like it has a little mustache. They're insectivores, and these guys' favorite snack are beetles.
And what have you got here, Alison?
This is the Jamaican fruit bat.
Is it found on that island?
Yep, this bat is found on Jamaica as well as other Caribbean islands, Central America, and down into South America.
And that's a really prominent nose leaf. Why do they have those?
These guys echolocate out of their nose, so that nose leaf helps direct those echolocation calls.
They're surreal, aren't they? All of them.
These surveys are important. The scientists can monitor the diversity and condition of bats living around the canal.
3. Just scanning to see if he has an ID tag.
They're doing well. The next day, I leave the canal region and take a flight from Panama City to the coast. My destination, an archipelago in a remote corner of the Caribbean, Bocas del Toro. This region is the birthplace of the banana industry, exporting 17 million boxes a year. The archipelago was developed by the United Fruit Company in the 19th century. The local capital, Bocas town, is on Isla Colón. I'm here to meet Jim Kimball and Captain Alvaro.
Hey, Nigel, welcome to Bocas.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Next stop, Tranquilo Bay, an eco-lodge on Bastimentos Island.
How far is it this way? About 10 miles right through the national park.
Bathed by the warm waters of the Caribbean, Isla Bastimentos National Park covers over 13,000 hectares, an area equivalent to 18,500 football pitches.
Welcome to Tranquilo Bay.
Looks idyllic. I can't wait to explore.
Dense coastal mangroves lead to lush rainforest and the lodge. There's even a lookout tower, which I'll climb tomorrow to watch the sunrise. But for now, I explore around the cabins.
Something slithered under this rock. Got it. With these, you get exactly what it says on the tin. The name is Racer. Sleek and streamlined, they can move very fast. Trying to bite me, he really is feisty. You're a feisty little thing, aren't you? Non-venomous, of course. The other part of the name is salmon-bellied. Look at that tummy suffused with pink. This is a youngster. They can grow to be 1.5 meters long. They specialise in feeding on lizards like anoles. A beautiful salmon-bellied racer. Let's let him go now.
Jim told me I can catch up with some old friends at the back of cabin 6.
There's a splendid group of insects. I always try to meet up with them when I come to the neotropics. They're found from Mexico south to Brazil. There's one feeding over there, an orchid bee. These are surely one of the most flamboyant bees in the world. Metallic green with a long tongue that's twice the length of their body. These glorious insects are called orchid bees because the males gather perfume from orchid flowers to attract females and pollinate the orchids in return. They really are living jewels.
Just ahead, mammals have come down from the treetops.
You never know what you're going to find at Tranquilo Bay. One of the guides saw them climbing down from this cecropia tree. They've settled inside here. It's a mother, 3-fingered sloth and her baby. They are adorable. The baby sloth is less than a month old. Mum looks so pleased with herself. The baby's just learning to climb. He never goes far from her. Such an intimate moment. I will never forget this.
So why are these islands called the Galapagos of the Caribbean?
This island is famous for some really colourful creatures. I can hear them croaking all around me now. There's one on a buttress roof. It's a strawberry poison frog. On this island, Bastimentos, they live up to their name with this bright red skin. But the colour varies on other islands.
On Popa, I meet another frog.
It's the same species of frog, a strawberry poison frog, but on Popa Island, they are a completely different colour. A beautiful bronzy green.
Every main island has its own colour morph. On Colon, the strawberry poison frogs are bright blue. Scientists believe that just like the finches in the Galapagos, the frogs on each island could eventually evolve into new species. That afternoon, I'm with Jim and Captain Alvaro.
This is a creek that leads to the cave.
Wow, Jim, what a brilliant adventure.
We're in the Isla Bastimentos National Park, in the north of the island.
Gracias, Alvaro.
The families living here are guardians of a limestone cave with thousands of bats. We're barely inside the cave entrance before Jim makes an exciting find.
There's a whip spider.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Jim. I love these. This is one of my favourite creepy crawlies. As Jim said, a whip spider. They're also known as tailless whip scorpions. Members of the spider family, they have got 8 legs, but they only use 6 for walking. The rest they use for sensing and catching prey. See these long legs? Those are the whips. They use those for feeling their way and feeling for prey. Right at the front of their heads, they've got legs modified for grabbing prey. They're pretty formidable weapons. When they find a small cave cricket, they grab them with those front legs. The fantastic tailless whip scorpion. Brilliant.
This is a small one. They can grow as large as my hand.
Right up here on this rock, you're going to be able to see your first cluster of bats.
Okay, thanks, Jim. I'll take a look. There they are. A big colony of Jamaican fruit bats.
I met one of these on the Panama Canal. Now I'm with hundreds of them.
You can see the white stripes on their faces.
The stripes are a very important field mark.
These bats fly out at night to fruiting trees. They then go to a roost to eat their food. In Panama, figs can make up 80% of their diet.
Just a little bit farther up in the cave, there's some other species of bats.
Okay, Jim, we'll take a look.
All right.
Beyond these fabulous travertine formations, there's a vault in the roof.
The big grey ones in a cluster, they are greater spear-nosed bats. They're the second largest species of bat in Central America. They have a wingspan of nearly a metre. You can see there's a big cluster of them. They live in harems with an alpha male that mates with all of the females. Greater spear-nosed bats will feed on virtually anything: fruits, lizards, frogs, even smaller bats.
I've seen so much here today. This is an enchanted archipelago. The next morning, I climb to the top of the tower.
From up here, there's a stunning view of the islands and the Caribbean Sea. After breakfast, I'm going to go out there and explore below the surface.
Alexis from the Bocas Dive Centre will be my underwater guide. It's just a 7-minute boat ride to one of his favourite dive sites. Alexis, what's this dive site called?
The name of the dive site is Boyland, and we have a lovely shipwreck under the water. You're gonna really like it.
Great.
We're greeted by Atlantic spadefish and a pulsing, upside-down jellyfish. These animals flip over to wave their lacy undersides towards the sun. Now algae living inside the jelly's tissues can photosynthesize. In return for this shelter, they produce most of the jellyfish's food. Bocas del Toro has some of Panama's best coral reefs. A green moray eel, over 2 meters long, glides through a forest of soft corals. Alexis and I reach the wreck, which is rich with fish life.
There's a beautiful but deadly invader, a lionfish. Introduced into Florida, these predators threaten Caribbean reef life. Now they're served up in restaurants. This Eat Lionfish campaign will help native fish.
Hey! Thanks, Alexis. My first time in Panama. That was superb. The coral was brilliant. Thanks, Alexis.
Welcome.
After my dive, diving mammals that you don't usually associate with Panama are next on my to-do list. I'm on the mainland in Almirante, a 45-minute boat trip from Tranquilo Bay. Hola. Hi. Hola. It's an hour's drive through banana plantations to the Changuinola River. I join a group from Amvicona. They protect Panama's manatees. We turn into a creek in the mangroves that has a viewing platform above the river. Below the platform, bananas and bunches of leaves are tied to mangrove roots.
The banquet's been set. Now we just have to wait quietly.
I hope to see manatees as I've never seen them before, with their heads right out of the water.
I can see a stream of bubbles. Oh yeah, the manatees are here. He's sticking his head right out. This is the only place in the world you can see manatees like this. There's 4 or 5 here now, including a baby. It's truly remarkable when you see these big bristly lips and heads come above the surface. These are big animals. Manatees can be 4 meters long.
That's over twice my height.
Beautiful. They really are. They've dived. They didn't eat the bananas, but muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Lovely to see them. Thank you, and thanks for keeping them fed.
Manatees come here for a snack every day. It's time to say goodbye to the islands and reefs of Bocas del Toro. Next stop is to the southwest of Panama City, in the town of Anton Valley. This volcanic crater used to be home to a national treasure that's now extinct in the wild, the Panamanian golden frog.
Thankfully, golden frogs are still with us, but only in captivity where they're safe from the deadly chytrid fungus.
The El Val Amphibian Conservation Centre Foundation maintains a breeding population of chytrid-free golden frogs. They're fed on fruit flies, although these frogs will save them for later. Every precaution is taken to keep these priceless amphibians disease-free. The colony remains healthy and is breeding well, so it's hoped that one day golden frogs can be returned to the wild.
Wouldn't that be brilliant? Golden frogs back in the wild, living out their lives along Panama's fast-flowing rivers and streams.
They used to live in the grounds of Canopy Lodge. To see the other kinds of frogs still doing well here, I take a night safari with Mario Uriola, a local expert.
Great night for frogs.
They're croaking everywhere, aren't they, Mario?
Red-webbed tree frog.
Red-webbed tree frogs have red webbing on their toes and on their fingers.
Oh, pugnose.
Oh yeah, low on a leaf. A pug-nosed or Panama cross-banded tree frog. There's males croaking all around us. This is a big female. Scientists here in Panama have made some fascinating discoveries about these frogs. The males croak much more on moonlit nights. That's the opposite of what you'd expect, because they're attacked by bats, and in the moonlight they can see the predators approaching. They also call together because a chorus of frogs makes it much more difficult for the bats to pick out an individual. So male pug-nosed tree frogs take a lot of risk vying for the attentions of the females.
Hey, tree boa!
Oh, let me see if I can catch it. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna be careful here. Woo, he's trying to bite the last time I caught one of these. Woohoo! In Colombia, I got bitten on the nose. It's a lovely Central American, whoa dear, Central American tree boa. They can grow to be around 2 meters. Wow. Active at night. They feed on rodents, birds and bats. Up you go.
It's been a terrific evening for amphibians and reptiles. The next day, I travel along the Pan-American Highway towards Panama's border with Colombia. The highway begins in Alaska and ends in Argentina. Up ahead, literally at the end of the road, Carlos and I will explore a remote wilderness. To break the 5-hour ride, we stop at Restaurant Avocar for coffee and hummingbirds.
The feeders are so busy. How many kinds do you get here?
About 10 species of hummingbird.
Including black-throated mangoes, snowy-bellied and rufous-tailed hummingbirds. Their aerobatic manoeuvres are thrilling. The feeders attract a veritable blizzard of birds. We press on towards the famous Darién Gap. Our base here is Canopy Camp. Every day, bananas are left out as a treat. I hope to see the charming creatures they attract. But first, we check out a colony of master builders.
Whenever I see these hanging nests, I'm in awe of the animal architects that build them.
They're made by chestnut-headed oropendulas, but only the female of the species. The males spend their time displaying. While the males show off, the females are busy sewing skillfully. It's also down to the ladies to collect plant fibres for weaving the nests, which will be 60 centimetres long. They'll also incubate the eggs and rear the chicks without any help from the males. The banana lovers have arrived. Rufous-naped or Jeffroy's tamarins are just 3 metres away.
He's really tucking into that banana.
Though you can have too much of a good thing.
They're beautiful little monkeys.
Yeah, they're near endemic, Panama and Colombia only.
Tamarins live in family groups of 2 to 20. They're not keen on squirrels, which are about the same size as they are. This tamarin has had enough and gallops off to make an impressive 5-metre leap. At ground level, there's creatures that are just as charming as the tamarins.
There is a rufous nightjar.
Oh, yes. The camouflage is so perfect, they're almost invisible.
Look at the holes in the dry leaves. The rufous nightjar has markings on her wings to match them. Each nightjar has different patterns, and remarkably, individuals seek out nesting spots where they merge in best.
Beautiful family.
At night, the female will catch moths and other insects for her chicks. It's been a superb day at Canopy Camp. I'm so excited, it's hard to sleep. Tomorrow I'll meet a harpy, an eagle that can stand over 1 metre tall. The next morning, we're in the town of Yavisa. There's a break in the Pan-American highway here. A swathe of rainforest 80 kilometres wide, the Darién Gap. It's only accessible by boat. We're soon in Harpy eagle country. The eagles need large areas of rainforest to hunt for sloths, anteaters, monkeys and macaws.
This is El Real.
Great! From El Real, we travel overland through forest protected by the conservation group Ancon to the village of Paiji Basal. The Embera, one of Panama's 7 indigenous groups, live here.
Wow, this is wonderful. What a welcome, Carlos.
This is great. They're very proud of the Harpy eagle and also having visitors.
Oh.
Hola!
I must seem like a giant to this little girl.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo están? ¿Me guardaron la iguana para comer? ¿No hay o no hay?
The men are tattooed with the juice of grated jaguar fruit. The pigment will last for a couple of weeks. The designs are unique to the Embera tribe.
Look at this Harpy eagle. Really like it. It's very nice.
Macaw and a Harpy eagle.
The village is surrounded by primary forest. Here's an eagle's eye view of the giant trees. But
That isn't how a Harpy eagle sees the rainforest. They don't soar above it like other eagles. They live right amongst the canopy. So I thought, to get an idea of the Harpy eagle's home, I'd climb high. Made it. If you're a Harpy eagle, you certainly need a head for heights. We're on a wooden platform 25 metres up at the same level as a Harpy eagle nest. High in the tree, there's Tagua, a Harpy eagle chick, 6 months old. He's flying very well.
Although he hasn't quite mastered landing yet.
Harpies are the most powerful eagles in the world. Their legs can be as thick as a child's arm.
The 13-centimetre talons are longer than the claws of a grizzly bear.
Tag was calling constantly. He must be really hungry.
And he can see there's food on the way.
There's an adult at the nest with prey. Tagwa has rocketed down. He's pushed the adult away. He's taken the prey from his dad. I'm sure it's the male. They're much more lightweight than the females. Tagwa is a fractious teenager. He's defending the food, mantling, putting his wings over the prey. Dad's left now. He didn't stay for very long.
I can't quite see into the nest. I wonder what Tagwa's eating.
He's really enjoying his meal. I saw a flash of green there. The prey was a great green macaw. This is wondrous. The first time in my life I've seen harpy eagles in the wild. But they're just one of many extraordinary creatures I've seen on my travels in Panama.
I've met 2-fingered and 3-fingered sloths, amazing insects,
A bivouac of army ants.
brilliant bats, and last but not least, harpy eagles.
To live to a ripe old age, Tagwa needs vast areas of intact rainforest. As long as that's protected and all the other natural habitats, the astonishing animals I've met here will have a secure future. Come and see them if you can.